Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. I'm not going to do any kind of intros or any kind of talk to you all because I'm in a pissy fucking mood. So you all don't want any of that. Trust me, you don't want any of that. So we're just going to play. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully that'll get my mind off of why I'm in a mood. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump back into Titan's Quest 2. We left off last night in the Moirai Temple. We had finally made it there after spending a good 30 minutes or so trying to defeat Pan. Why am I here? I left off having teleported to the temple, and yet the game will not let me start from there. We left off last night in the Moirai Temple. We started out, we cleared the entire top area of the temple. Found out that Nemesis's Nemesis troops were in the building. We had to clear out a bunch of them. They are down below. We need to keep going deeper. We did make it down one level. I think we need to go down another level based on the way that the area looks like it's been designed. So we will go ahead and jump back in and pick up from there. And yeah, let's see what the Moirai have for us. Moirai Temple entrance, gate. That's the entrance. That's outside. Well, we picked up a... Yeah, we got a freaking... There was a waypoint right here. But it doesn't look like they're going to let me go down a level. I'm going to have to clear it all over again. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, it's down here. They won't let me go to it. I gotta do this all over again. The only thing I suppose that's good about it is that I guess I'm going to get rewards again. I presume. I also presume that I'm not going to have to worry about the cutscene.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, so that's where the big cutscene was right down there. And this time I will take the shortcut. Especially now. They actually followed me. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have to worry about inventory because I sold everything at the end of the night last night. I don't know why he was able to do so much damage to me so quickly. Okay. For some reason I was thinking that there was a way around. Oh, I never... Never mind. Okay. Oh, I don't... Hold on a minute.
Not enough energy.
Okay, those... Oh, the jumping points are down below. Okay. That's why I was confused.
Need more energy.
How? How are you doing so much damage? And then you're a freaking coward about it. Damn it. Alright, which way do I want to go down? I guess it really doesn't matter.
Your friend winds another way. Another way.
It's called the Blocked Gate. And for some reason it wasn't in my menu.
That tendril of dark energy. It looks like it came from Nemesis. She's definitely been here. She mustn't want anyone getting through.
Uh-huh. There's no other way to go. Because I've cleared everything else. I'm still underleveled, by the way. Oh, I did not go down. That's right. I remember now that I didn't allow myself to. I beg you, if you delay snipping her thread just by a few seasons more, then I will offer all the wealth I have in supplication.
Not enough energy. Need more energy. Not enough energy.
What do you...
A new way. A path to walk. Until you reach us.
There's nowhere to go. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, well then let me go back and clear behind here. Let me see what we got. 40-44. 8 weapon pierce damage, 17 agility, 23% increased ailment chance. No, it's not as good as the mace that I'm using. Or it's considered a club. To me, it looks like a mace, but... Alright. Alright, I need to check something else. It feels like... No. Alright, let me reduce this down some more. No. We're getting ready to hit level 19. Yay, I got a bow that I'll never use. Alright, now we can keep going forward. Alright, I think we're underneath the main walkway that kicked off all of this. Yeah, okay, because I think this... Oh, crap.
More energy.
Yeah, this wasn't where I wanted to go. Nice. I'm hoping I can maybe go back around. I don't know if they're gonna let me. There we go. So that goes down. Okay, this will take me back up. Okay, good. I can't go back. And it wasn't worth me even doing. Well, I say that. Not quite finished yet. Alright. Let's upgrade. Let's see. Let's go 90 agility and 115 vigor. And then 15 warfare. Alright. There was a specific plan that I had, and I don't remember now what the hell it was. Crap. It might have been... No, because 7 is what I need to get the next mod unlock. That needs to go to 6. Okay, this was one of them. That gets me that particular one. And then I want 15% increased maximum energy, 10% increased skill cost. Regenerate 1% of energy per second. 30 maximum energy and unlocks Ether Shield. Ether Shield, while above 50% energy, 10% of damage taken is absorbed by energy. But does that mean that I lose energy as part of that absorption? Let me go with regen, because that's definitely something I'm struggling with at the moment. Okay. And then I'm going to go a point there. Alright, I'm going to go 2 points here. Let me see, are there any others that I want? Deals 50% more damage against channeling enemies, stuns them for 1 second, refunds. That's just against channeling enemies. 5% more damage, 20% chance to stun for 1.5 seconds. Alright, yeah, let's go with that. Every chance to stun on every single skill is a positive thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Alright, and then what was this I just got? Nope. Alright, now we can go back down to where we were originally fighting things. Alright, we can either go down this way or go this way. I don't think either one of them matters. Okay.
Not enough energy. Not yet.
Okay. Will this swing around? Oh. Oh, it swings around the other way. Okay. Alright, so that takes me that way. I want to go this way. And then come back this way. Got it. Oh, cool. Okay. Nice. I just hope this isn't timed. Okay, hold on.
Not yet.
What?
Need to wait.
Okay, I don't 100% understand what's going on.
Need already.
I'm stuck.
Not enough energy. Need to wait.
I
Not yet.
I'm not doing any damage to them. I don't understand. I've got to get rid of those guys on the outside, or otherwise there's no way I can deal with the guy in the middle. Oh my god, why am I here?
You're there! Quit your whimpering.
I hope it's good news.
Are you a
Well,
coward,
I'll sell you
or
what
are
I
you
can.
Well, answer me. Agree. Are you sure? Yes, I'm agree. Then fight like one.
They don't provide... There's the blocked gate. They don't provide my... There it is. Okay. Oh, this game really pisses me off. At this point, I don't think I want to even attempt that again.
I need to wait.
Great. Okay, I can go down here.
Find us. Find us.
Some of these fights, then, I'm trying to figure out now, and it just struck me because there's only been one other game that this has been true of. One other isometric action RPG that this has been true of. I'm starting to wonder if some of these side mini bosses or challenge bosses, maybe that's a better term, if they aren't meant to be handled at the time that you come through on the story, and that you're meant to come back later and challenge them when you're stronger. And the reason that I ask that is because, or that I'm contemplating this, is in Grim Dawn, they actually designed every single area to have at least one of those. From the beginning, almost. Where you go into an area and you're able to clear the area, but that the minute you get to the mini-boss of that area, whether it's a cave, a cavern, whatever, a castle, temple, you name it, that boss is at least 2 to 3 levels higher than you. And is damn near impossible. So I'm wondering if some of these areas aren't that. Oh, okay. Or if some of these little mini bosses aren't that.
Mentioned it. Could that be what they're after?
Not enough energy. Energy.
I'm gonna check I'm checking out these dead end areas first. Alright, let's see what we got here. No. 4650. Increased pierce, increased physical. No. we got another waypoint at least.
Keep striking the barrier, troops. Don't slow down. Its power can't be infinite.
Okay, hold on a minute. I may have come down here too soon. Let me go back up. I guess there was a dead end up there and I missed it. Just want to make sure that there aren't any treasures up there that I should be trying to get. Nope. Dead end. Okay, well. That was a waste of time. Make sure there's nothing over on that side. Nope. Okay, that's a door up.
You survived. Perhaps there is more to you. The way you move. Hold your weapon. Who taught you to fight?
Aristino of Sparta.
Aristino. That means it's you. You're the god-marked mortal. The one my mistress hunts. You're still alive. Listen, you need to accept reality. Nemesis will end you. Her cause is righteous. All you will create by resisting her is suffering! For you and others. Goodbye, God-marked. Troops, I must depart to speak to our mistress. Spend your strength against the God-marked mortal. Make Nemesis proud.
That's not what I wanted.
Not yet. Need more energy. Not enough energy. I need to wait.
She seeks the power of the Titans. She seeks to wipe away the gods. Titans here, blood of the heavens.
Spilled from the Father, overthrown.
She seeks its power to erase, to destroy.
Blood of the sky himself, power to raise the sun, veins filled with divinity. That's the wrong spelling of the word sun, at least based on the context. Alright, am I going to have to do a big boss fight like I did last time I got to one of these? Yep. Yep.
Not yet.
Entirely too much poison. Alright, where are they going to put me now? Oh. cannot be the first one to say that this is a bad thing. Don't know what to do here. No, that's not what I wanted. Interesting that they've gotten stuck like that.
Not enough energy.
No.
Not enough energy.
That's really getting annoying. What the hell? No.
Not enough energy.
Okay, I don't know how it keeps getting that extra. Okay, now I know. There we go.
energy.
He's actually level 19.
I need to wait.
There we go. That should be it. Yeah.
It seems that you're getting used to this.
Your fate awaits you, Lord Knight.
Alright, so we got 5 divinity. Alright, this is a different set of doors. Because remember, we saw doors down to the other side next to that last waypoint.
Well, at least we've made it further than Nemesis's harbingers. That's a good sign. Her lieutenant was unsettling. Once he tells Nemesis we're alive, she'll be coming after us again. If the Moirai can't help us, we're doomed.
There's a door down there. I wonder where we are then. Okay, let me pull up the map here because it says that's where they want me to go. Maybe I have to go around. Alright, well let's do the 5 points of divinity. Either one of them I can unlock our tier 3. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my 3 points for warfare. And then we'll put the remaining 2 there. Okay, so what does that unlock with warfare? Barrage. After a short wind-up attack 5 times, dealing 35% weapon damage. Requires dagger, sword, spear. Okay. Rain of arrows. Requires a bow. Well, that doesn't help. Emit an aura with an 18-meter radius. Aura grants you and allies plus 121 armor. Okay, that's nice. That I like to see. That might actually be a better aura than the Doomhorn. Barrage we can't do anything with until we're back to using a sword. And then passive-wise, Art of Battle. For each enemy within a 12-meter radius, gain 4% increased damage up to 12. 5% versatile defense, 5% increased armor, 2% to thermic and natural resistances, 4% increased dodge cooldown rate. Second Wind, regenerate 0.1% health per second, 5% increased health regeneration. Okay. These two are both nice. The Heart of Battle is eh. Because this game doesn't quite have the same mobbing mentality that PoE does. So okay. Alright, so we can't. There's no way to go there. Yeah, I guess we've got to go around. That's dead end.
Mindless. Mindless.
What?
Not enough energy.
Okay, there's our way up. Alright, let me see what... I think there was a sarcophagus we were supposed to... And as the last Titan fell, Lachesis went to Zeus and told him of his duty and his burden to stand atop the tapestry the fates had woven, its guardian and protector. Okay, I thought I saw another... Yeah, this one. Okay.
Lachesis is the Moirai who actually measures out the fate of mortals as they live. I suppose she's been guiding us. I suppose we can blame Lachesis for all the troubles we've encountered. But we should also be grateful we've prevailed each time.
Alright, is this way blocked now?
Need more energy.
Dead end with nothing there. I want to make sure there's not anything over here. see. Slayer's Poison Coppice. No, weapon damage is too low. Hammer of Carnage. 9% increased physical damage. No. Resistant Therios. A little bit better than what I've got. 7% increased armor. Shield plus 150 free barrier. And 18% fire resistance. Yeah, let's make that switch. First new piece of gear I've been able to put on since before the pan fight. What? Oh, come on. Way too many freaking... Look at all of the enemies all of a sudden. Ain't nothing over there. What am I getting hit by? Now there's more of them.
Not enough energy.
Now I'm stuck. I keep getting stuck on something.
energy.
Alright. I'm supposed to be going this way, so I would assume that anything this side is going to be a dead end.
Need to wait. Not yet. Need to wait. Not enough energy.
Whoa! Okay. That was a lot of stuff.
Need more energy.
Alright, so this definitely was dead end. However, there's still... Before we do anything, let's see what I've got here. Level 19. Plus 10 energy. I lose the regen. So why would I ever do that? File, that's dagger, that's nope, and that I just need to drop. Weapon lightning damage, 18% cold resistance, 15% increased ailment power, fire damage, cold damage. Alright, let's put it there. Yeah, let's put it there. Nope. Spear, draining dory of carnage. No, that's way too low. 172. Yep, let's do that. That is a better helm, but I lose cold resistance, I lose might, cast speed, and cooldown rate. No, can't do that. Okay. Okay. So this thing never dropped anything. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but the Game is not liking where I am or what I'm doing.
The name Atropos means she who cannot be turned, as in her mind can never be changed. When death comes, it comes.
What's up, Colleen?
Let's hope that Atropos doesn't snip the thread of your life with her divine shears just yet.
That was a waste.
Not enough energy.
That wasn't what I wanted to do either. Okay. Really, guys. Shit.
Need more energy.
Where are the Moirai? How much do we have to prove
Oh, okay.
ourselves?
It's a new waypoint. Just above the other waypoint. Kind of weird. Very big dead end. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. That's like boss fight type sign. And the boss fights in this game are not enjoyable. Yep, what did I tell you?
Need to wait.
That wasn't where I was aimed. Damn it.
Not yet. Not enough energy. Need more energy. I need to wait.
No, no! Damn it. Come on. Move, move, move.
Not yet.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Not enough energy. I need to wait. Need more energy. Not yet. Need to wait.
No, I'm dead. Son of a bitch. I started playing Stardew Valley recently because of the big update on Switch I forgot about. Oh. I haven't played the game in a year and a half or so. I did a full year of it and then put it aside until
Listen, you rabble.
it was time for me to
I'll
do the
sell you
second
what I
until it was
can.
time for me to do a second year. I just haven't gotten back to it.
Land. The gods have dealt you a harsh lot. You used to rise every day to till the land.
My entire first year series is actually on the channel if you ever wanted to watch it.
Well, if you want them back, you're going to have to fight. Plain and simple. You're going to have to take up your weapons and drive those stinking, scaly fishmen back to the depths.
To the depths.
No. I've got all this money and absolutely nothing to spend it on. I'm I'm running out of patience with this game. Thankfully, this is probably going to be the last night that I'm going to play it, at least until it gets some more updates in it to fix some of the problems that I'm seeing. Like the fact that these boss fights take forever. Oh, yeah, speaking of, I need to level up. Alright. Definitely want that. Let's see. Do you see the new... Yeah, I've seen it, and I've heard nothing but bad things about it. It's not going to be a game I have any interest in playing. Based on everything that... Based on the reviews that I... Because I watched ScaleUp's review of it. And now, I'm making that statement based strictly off of the types of games I like to play. It is not a game that I will play. Because it's... To me, it's not a game. It's more of a... Do a couple of things, cutscene. Do a couple of things, cutscene. Do a couple of things, cutscene. In other words, it's more of a story game than it is an action game. Yeah. Well, it's too much story. I want a game. There's too much story. I don't want any more than 50-50 story game. And everything that I've heard, as I said, in ScaleUp's review, they were comparing it to like 70-30 story game. Increased spell damage, yeah. Oh, hold on. No. Increased energy cost with spells. No. Critical chance. Alright, that's that. Call of your horn hurts and weakens enemies when directly used, deals 37 straight damage. Nice 16% damage resistance. Yeah, this is working well considering the way that this works. Alright, let's put in 2 points there. And... Directly used deals. Every one of these have negatives that go along. They all have an additional energy cost. After you hit an enemy with Doom Horn, your next hit against this enemy with other active abilities deals 24 vitality damage. Alright, let's try that. Okay. Yeah, and it's a shame, too, with respect to the Mafia game, because I loved the first two. I didn't have any interest in the third one because of the time frame that it was set in, but I loved the first two because, of course, they were set in the time frame of Godfather Part 2. Damn it. I'm dead. Damn it. I can't get away from it.
Wait. Need more energy. Not enough energy.
Can't.
Need more energy. Not enough energy.
No.
Wait. Not yet.
That didn't work.
Wait. Not enough energy. Need more energy. Not enough energy.
End of your search.
More energy.
Come in.
The way is open.
Okay. I really don't like boss fights in this game. Yeah, they made it seem like it was going to be a little bit open world and then not at all. Yeah. I've also heard that again, I'm going strictly off of SkillUp's review, and I hold him in pretty high regard with respect to reviews. the complaints about the driving in particular was something that I was like, okay, no, driving is always a part of those games. You gotta have good driving. Car resistance 15%. How is this worse? It's a higher level and yet it's worse. Those are knowledge based. Coal resistance, energy regen, and might. Alright, that I can take. And this is better. Lightning, poison, energy barrier. Yeah, this is definitely better. Oh. This was a quest item that I picked up. Okay. Okay. Oh, it takes us to the Moirai. Okay, cool. Yeah, at this point, Colleen, so Last Epoch has a season 3 coming Thursday. PoE 2 has a new season coming next Thursday. We've got Borderlands 4, a major update for Destiny 2. Dying Light the Beast is September 12th. Silent Hill F is September 25th. Or 6th. Actually, it's 11th and 25th, respectively. So those are kind of the things that I'm looking at for the next few weeks. Because we're now getting to the point where I always do 2 months of horror. So there's going to be a lot more horror on the channel starting in September. And I've already got that all planned out. And as I mentioned, Dying Light the Beast and Silent Hill F. But I've also got some other things. Plus, there's always at least 1 week of Dead by Daylight. I'll probably do a couple of challenge runs, no damage runs in some of the horror games. Yeah, anyway. I'm not seeing anything on my side, so it's not me. Yeah, I've not dropped a single frame since I started. Is there any good reason for me to go up either side? Oh, I have to go up either side.
We have been waiting for.
Expecting.
Planning your visit.
Okay, I don't really know what to make of that.
The one born with a god's mark.
Will rise to godhood.
And bring about retribution's downfall. So it is fated.
You have questions. Approach. Ask.
Ask your questions, and ask carefully.
What are Nemesis' plans?
She rages against the gods, filled with bright fury.
She would bring dread Kronos back from Tartaros to destroy the gods for her, to erase the world they built and the lives of their people.
Kronos the Destroyer. Kronos the Eraser. Father of Zeus. King of the Titans. Master of Time. With ancient blood, she can bring his return.
He would turn back the long years, unwind the thread of fate we have woven. He would kill Zeus and the Olympians before they ever ruled.
Well, if you do like horror games and just would never play them, Colleen, then I think you're going to get some really good ones this year. Because I've got one definitely that is very story heavy. Fairly short, but still very story heavy. And then the Silent Hill F game that I mentioned, that is also, if you ever watched my Silent Hill 2 remake, that was very story heavy, and that, you know, the Silent Hill F is a new implementation of that. I'm hoping to do a Five Nights at Freddy's game, at least one this year. So there's definitely, I'm horror is my favorite genre of all time, no matter what the medium happens to be. So I have a very huge list of horror games, and then as I mentioned, I also challenge run Resident Evil, Alien Isolation, Dead Space. So I'll always do every Halloween or every 2 months of horror every year. I do at least one challenge run, no damage run of Alien Isolation. I do one no damage run of Resident Evil 2 Remake, and one no damage run of, or sorry, no death run. It's called the Impossible Run in the new version of Dead Space. So those are ones that I do every year. And then, as I said, I've got some other games that I'm peppering in. I've had the list prepared for like 4 months. Why is Nemesis after me?
A prophecy from ages past.
That a mortal, born with a moon-shaped birthmark, would rise.
And grow into the hero capable of ending Nemesis's reign.
Only you can snip her thread. She knows this. She fears this. Only you can stop the terror she brings.
Okay, how do I stop her?
The die file.
Yes, the die file.
It was her divine tool, but now it can be yours.
Use it to steal Nemesis's power. Her dark tendrils contain a spark of her divinity. Divinity that can be yours.
You have begun to taste divinity. It has awoken within you. You have taken more from Titan Icar. Now you must steal it from Nemesis herself.
Take the file.
Okay.
Good. Use the file to steal the Relentless One's divinity for yourself. But we have one more gift for you. A new prophecy to guide your path. Are you ready?
I am ready.
File in hand, the god-marked steals power. As the father of fishmen guides the way, they save the hungry nymph from blood-soaked waves. But skies grow dark, and winged vengeance comes. Then one by one, the punished will be freed, as stolen power pumps through heart and veins, and allies rise against time's destruction. Mortal becomes god, and seeks new revenge.
The prophecy is given. Mark our words well. Now you must go. Meet your fate, God-marked.
Anybody else not understand a single piece of that? Oh, that's the... Okay, well, I guess we are done. Guess I'm not going to play any more of Titan Quest 2. You've conquered all currently available main story quests in Titan Quest 2's early access. Your legend grows and the gods themselves take notice. All right. For now, you've been teleported back to Pyrgos to rest, regroup, and revel in your victories, but don't let your guard down. Your epic clash with Nemesis is far from over. The next chapter awaits in a future content update. Until then, keep exploring, uncover secrets, and grow even stronger. Thank you for playing, and prepare for what's to come. Wow, I did not know that that was the case. And we didn't get any more than that. Yeah, I had no idea that was the case. So they're doing similar to what Path of Exile 2 is doing. As far as delivering content. I'll be damned. I like watching all people play horror games. I'm a wimp. Well, okay, so one thing you should be aware of, I play every type of horror game, for the most part. The only ones that I really don't enjoy that much are what I would call the walking simulators, where you're just kind of walking through a story. There was one I started last year off stream that I was going to do a recording of, and after spending like 2 hours going through, and it was basically a point-and-click adventure at the end of the day, but in first-person mode. And there's just no fun in that for me. There's not a lot of game. There's a little bit of puzzle solving because those games are mostly puzzles. But for the most part, I don't enjoy those. But there's so like of the games that I have in my list for this year, there's 2 that are really only defined by their blood and gore. Aside from that, they're not really horror games. One of them, like Dying Light the Beast, which comes out September 11th. Yeah, September 11th, I think. That's almost purely an action game. You could call it an action horror game because there's going to be a lot of blood and you turn into a monster, but you're killing zombies. But at the end of the day, it's not like you're not going to get jump scares. You're not going to get your hair standing on end. It's not going to creep you out. It's not set in hell or, anything like that. And then there's another game that I'm playing called, actually it's a series, called Forgive Me Father, which is a first-person boomer shooter. But everything is in this cartoonish style of a Cthulhian universe. Gore doesn't bother me as much as jump scares. Yeah, so Dying Light the Beast is probably not going to be that big of a deal, other than when I have to play at night. Forgive Me Father, that series is definitely not going to bother you at all. Now, Alien Isolation, absolutely. If I were to play Alien Isolation as a casual playthrough, oh yeah, then absolutely jump scares all over the place. Now, the problem is I know where they all are, because I've got 300 hours in the game, and as I said earlier, I actually do challenge runs of that game. I know that game inside and out. But for someone like you, perhaps, you would hit every single jump scare because you didn't know that you just wouldn't know any of them were coming. Resident Evil, that's not a jump scare game for the most part, so that's not going to bother you. Dead Space, on the other hand, Dead Space absolutely has some jump scares, but again, I know where they all are. Now, the first game that I'm going to do as part of my 2 months of horror, I already know that game is both going to creep me out and is going to have jump scares. So I'm looking forward to that game a lot. I'd tell you what it was if I could actually, hold on a minute, let me bring up my... Where is Evernote? There it is. Silent Hill F is probably going to scare the crap out of you. That game is going to... I can almost guarantee, based on everything I've seen of it, is going to have a lot of jump scares. Still Wakes the Deep is the first one that we're going to play starting in September. And as well as its DLC. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, shit. I don't know what to do for the rest of the night. I didn't expect to be in this situation. Yes, I have been very frustrated by this game, but I didn't expect that I was going to be done this early. I thought I was going to play all the way up until 10 like I normally do. But at this point, I don't really... I don't know what to do. I mean, we're going to play Destiny on Wednesday, because I always play Destiny on Wednesday. I mean, I could play Destiny, but then I'd have to change YouTube over to that, and that's a pain. I don't know what to do. Suppose I could just go ahead and call it early tonight and then be fully ready to play on Wednesday. I watched Haunting of Hill House when it came on Netflix. You're talking about the TV show, right? Because the TV there's a movie. There's been two movies. The Haunting of Hill House is a very, very well-known name in horror circles. It was originally a black and white horror movie with Vincent Price back in the... Was it late 50s, early 60s? I think it was early 60s. And then it was remade into a horror movie early 2000s. And it wasn't bad. I don't think it was as good as the Vincent Price, but not much is better than Vincent Price. But it was certainly a better gory tale. And then there's the TV show. The TV show was very good for 6 episodes. I was not very happy with the last 2 episodes. And I don't remember... I think it was just the way that they wrapped up the character stories I wasn't particularly pleased with. Now, what I was pleased with was... oh, God. What was... Fall of the House of Usher. That was incredible. Beginning to end. Fall of the House of Usher. Absolutely incredible horror TV series. And it also helps that Mark Hamill was in it playing an evil character, which he does extremely, extremely well. Yeah, that one was really, really good. All right. Well, if there was something that I could switch to that I knew I could do in 2 hours, I was kind of with House of Usher. I thought Bly Manor and Hill House... Bly Manor sucked. Bly Manor was horrible. Could not get past episode 3. Didn't like the characters. Didn't like the direction of the story. Wanted no parts of Bly Manor. The other one... What was the one that took place in Rhode Island? I forget what the name of that one was, and it took place around a church. I only got to episode 5 with that one. I think I only got through episode 4 and put that one away because it went in a direction that I didn't like. Can't remember what the name of that one was. Mission something? I want to say it started with an M. I can't think of what it was. Anyway. Alright, let me... What have I gotten? Let me see what I have installed. I mean, we could definitely play Destiny 2. Let me open up Last Epoch real quick. And see what characters I have in preparation for Season 3 on Friday. The one with teenagers. One with teenagers. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about where the preacher was a vampire. Characters from the previous season have been migrated to Legacy. You can still access them at any time. Start of each season. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Do I not have any characters? Well, I'll be damned. Okay, well, I guess we're definitely going to be creating a new character when the season starts on Friday. Alright, well. Interesting. Well, I will be looking forward to that on Friday. Midnight Mass. I knew it had an M in it somewhere. Yeah, that wasn't kids. That was all adults. It was primarily focused around the... Oh, and I'm trying to remember now. He was the backup quarterback in in Friday Night Lights, in the TV show Friday Night Lights. The actor, I'm speaking of the actor. The actor was the primary character. He had just gotten out of jail, and he was going to the preacher for therapy, or AA or NA or something along those lines. And then at one particular point, I think it was right at the end of episode 4, was when you found out that the preacher was a vampire, and he actually killed the main character. Yeah, I never did either. For me, it's either Fall of the House of Usher or it's House on Haunted Hill. Those are the only two that I enjoyed. Because I think they're M. Night Shyamalan. I think. I might be wrong. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it here. I didn't figure that I was going to complete what was available in Titan Quest 2. I didn't know how much was available. I don't think that they ever necessarily published how much was available, because they don't split their game into like acts or chapters or things like that. So whereas in PoE 2, when it first came out, they were like, clearly, look, there's going to be 6 chapters. We're giving you 3. You're just going to replay through them from a storyline perspective in order to progress, because we're giving you the front end and the back end. That I don't think that they ever clearly, THQ Nordic ever actually stated what was going to be in Titan Quest 2. So I hope they make some improvements, because there's a lot of things that I was very frustrated with. The areas, though, were gorgeous. The areas were absolutely gorgeous, and I did like the character progression of the game. The music is always phenomenal. Titan Quest always does a great job with that. And this is my own personal thing, has nothing to do with whether it's a good game or not. My one personal thing is, as a huge fan of Greek mythology, most of the characters, with the exception of the Titan, Kronos, and they do mention Zeus and Poseidon and the big boys or girls. But the majority of the people or the majority of the gods and myths that you're interacting with are like 3rd tier, 4th tier. It's like a horror version of Lost. Yeah, you're right. Midnight Mass. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Never really thought about that. You're absolutely right. It didn't click at the time that I was watching it, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I know it's a little early, but as I said, I've wrapped up all of the content that's available in Titan Quest 2. We will be back Wednesday with Destiny 2, as always. And then on Friday, we will be starting up Season 3 of this game, The Last Epoch, which I've played on the channel before. My first run of Last Epoch, you can find, I think there's a playlist of it, if I remember correctly. So you should be able to take a look at it there. And in that particular run, I played as a Spellblade. I have already decided that I'm going to be doing a Sentinel build in the upcoming season, and I don't remember what the name. It's this interesting combination of hammer throwing and shield throwing that somehow does bleed damage. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that build turns into, but that's what I'm going to be playing on Friday. So in any case, I hope that everyone has a great rest of your night, a good continuation of your week. I certainly hope you have a better week than I've had already, and it's only Monday. And it was a Monday with no meetings, and yet my day still sucked. Royally sucked. So I hope that your week goes better than mine, and hopefully I will see you all on Wednesday for some Destiny 2. Talk to you all soon. Good night, everybody.